Thank you for choosing GrandSkills as your #1 online free professional course creator. For your notice, I want you to know that the instructor of this course has put in so much effort, time and money just to create this content for you to learn all for free. So please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so you will be the first to get our video tutorials we'll be posting at all time. Also give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to help us improve more. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back to GrandSkills International, and this is the sector for poultry keeping. And in this tutorial I'll be taking you on layer keeping, how to raise layers. So some of you will be saying, I want to learn how to raise the birds that lays egg. Some of us doesn't even know the name of the birds that lays egg. Why the name is layer? If you have been following up with our previous classes, which I would like you to go back and undertake those theory classes, so you'll be able to understand the poultry system before going into the practical. Well, this is the practical aspect of it, and in this tutorial we'll be taking you on the first day of stocking your layer beds. The first day of stocking your layer beds. The layer are the ones that lays eggs. They are called layers. They have different colors. They come both in brown. Some of them come in white, some of them comes in black. But this tutorial will be going on with the brown species. And I will show you around how the setup is being done. Like on the previous tutorial, if you go to the broiler keeping, I took you on the areas of how to arrange your brooding system, your brooding house. So it is still the same thing. There is nothing that has changed. The same way you arrange your brooding house for the broiler is still the same way you arrange your brooding house for the layers. If you also want to do the cockerel, it is also the same thing. There is also a species called the noiler. It is also the same thing. If you want to also raise turkey, it is also the same thing, the same process. The same way you arrange your brooding system for the broiler, like the previous tutorial, is the same way you do it for everything poultry. Okay, while you understand that where the term poultry means taking care of birds, and in poultry there are so many different species of birds, so it depends on the one you want to go for. We have the geese, the goose, the duck, the broiler, layer, cockerel, turkey. All of them are all birds in the poultry sector. So in this tutorial, I would like you to see around. You see, this is an open space. This is an open space whereby is a very big poultry. You can see the spaces around is very big, but we decided to not take a massive portion for the brooding. We have to just map out a small place. Like you see this place now is actually a place we have mapped out of this big space. So you'll be saying, how, if I don't have a big space, how do I arrange the brooding system? Or my place is very big, how do I arrange it without occupying the whole space? Or how do I manage it? If you have a bigger space and you want to just do small you can just get a nylon like this. You know, you can see this one is smaller than the brooding house I showed you in the previous class. So you can just get your your nylon. This is a black nylon, and you find a way. You can use wood and demarcate it, but with this one, this is being demarcated with rope, just ordinary rope. You can see, just ordinary rope. It was being tied, and you can see just rope around, and below like this is a wood. This wood was being joined to the ground, and it's not being joined with nails. Actually, it just been placed on the floor, and the nylon use this short copper nail to tag it. So you tag it, and you use something like this and place on the wood so that it will be strong. Breeze won't be blowing it up here and there, thereby allowing the heat to go out. So with this now, the place is tight, and all this place are being covered. Everywhere is being covered. The up is being covered. Just small thing, no matter the quantity of the beds you want to do, no matter how small it is. You can start small. You can start with 10 beds, 50 beds. Like this one now is actually 100 beds we are planning to do, and we have finished arranging it. We have disinfected the feeders and the drinkers, and the heat source, everything is ready. So in our previous class, we showed you how you arrange your feeders and your drinkers and your heaters as well. So I would like you to make sure you go back to the previous class, take up the class, so you'll be able to follow up. You'll be able to follow up gradually, and you understand everything. You can do it yourself. Even when you want to employ others to do it for you, you already have the requisite knowledge of what is going on. So I would like you to follow up. We have arranged everywhere. This is actually the mapping out. The beds are on its way coming. So once the beds come, then we'll now show you the next thing to do. So let's get on to the next video. Thank you. You're welcome back to the class, and the beds have arrived as I told you earlier. These are the beds. What happens is it comes, there are different hatcheries, and this is Zatec in Nigeria. Before you start, as I earlier told you, you should always visit a couple of farms, make inquiries, know the hatcheries to patronize, so that you don't buy birds and keep suffering. Some of the hatcheries comes with stunted growth. Some of the hatcheries actually suffers some kind of diseases. Like there are some hatcheries that always have coccidiosis. That is their major problem. Some of them comes with Newcastle. Those are their major problems. Some of them comes with stunted growth. Those are their major problems. But the best of it is, if it doesn't come with stunted growth, if it comes with any illness, let's say the major problem of this hatchery, for example, is actually a coccidiosis. You should know that you can handle it, because what is the cause of coccidiosis? Dirtiness, when you fail to give them drugs on time or vaccinate them on time, you will actually experience that illness. But when you are able to take up the sanitary area and make it and keep the environment clean, give them the medications when you see that you overtake those issues. But if the hatchery always has a stunted growth issue, it means you suffer in vain, you waste money, you feed, and their growth will just be coming up gradually, and it's a whole loss of money. So these are the birds. They have arrived. You can see them. So what you do is you bring them out and you count them. You can see them. You can zoom in so they will see better. Zoom in. So you bring them out and then you count them. It comes in 50. I don't know your country, the country you're watching from, but in Nigeria, the carton comes with 50 birds. And this is actually layer. With broiler, I told you you start with with anti-stress or multivitamin. But now this is a layer. You start with antibiotic, and this is amoxicillin. You can always visit your veterinary to recommend a good antibiotics. Like here in Nigeria and where we are, amoxicillin is what I prefer. When you visit your veterinary, the veterinary will tell you what is the better one to use, depending on where you are, whether in Nigeria or any other country. So this is 100 birds, and I'll be mixing this amoxicillin antibiotics with two rubbers of water. Okay, this rubber, we have already measured the water here. It's 2 rubber like this, so I'm going to mix a spoonful to 2 rubbers of that, and I'm going to administer for them. So you just do that. This actually comes in 100 grams, and 100 grams is actually being mixed to 150 liters of water. So you can always follow the dosage and administration on the label. So after doing that, while adding that, you have to mix it up. You have to mix it up, and then you share to different rubbers. You share it to 5 rubbers. So all of them, it will actually reach all of them. If you follow this process, you will hardly experience mortality in your poultry. But if you skip, you are likely to have more mortality and you lose your money. We are doing this outside the building house to avoid littering the place. To avoid littering the place. So we are going to put them inside. So we are done. What we are going to do is we are going to count the birds and we are going to put them inside. So let's get on. We are inside the building house now, and you can see the trees are already in place, and the drinkers also have been placed in order. We are also arranging the heat, the building pot, which is the heater. We are arranging it. The weather is already hot, so that's why we have not kept it in place. So by the time we finish, within the given hours, we are going to put the building pot and heat up the place. Now I want you to know that the importance of building pot is not just giving heat to the place. If there is no heat and if there is cold, the birds will likely to die.
Thank you for choosing GrandSkills as your #1 online free professional course creator. For your notice, I want you to know that the instructor of this course has put in so much effort, time and money just to create this content for you to learn all for free. So please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so you will be the first to get our video tutorials we'll be posting at all time. Also give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to help us improve more. Thank you.
That is it. And if there is cold, the birds are also likely to contact infections or bacteria easily than when there is heat. Of course, you should know that the presence of heat actually chases bacteria away. So the presence of heat actually chases bacteria and infections away. But when there is no heat, you have to allow the heat. You have to allow them to have heat for at least 2 weeks. When there is no heat, you always lose your birds. You lose more of your birds. Okay, so now we are going to count, and then we are going to allow them to feed. And you see, this is on the floor. We have sawdust. On our previous tutorial, what we used was a wood shaving, and there is no difference in using sawdust or wood shaving. By using sawdust or wood shaving, you can actually sell the manures to other farmers who are planting crops. They use it for fertilization. You don't lose money. You actually buy the sawdust or the wood shaving with a smaller amount of money, and after using it, you can actually sell it off again and you make more money. See? So there is nothing that is waste. In the western and eastern region of the world, even the feathers of the birds are also used for ornamental purposes and industrial purposes. Nothing is being wasted. But in this area of the world, in fact where I am talking from, Nigeria, the benefit is the flesh and the wood shaving, which you make money from. So that is it. We are going to start counting. So you count with this aspect, able to
birds that are healthy. You can see the color. This is brown, and the brown color. This is 12, 15, 19, 21, 23, 24, 25. So you'll be able to see anyone that is not too strong or that is not healthy, and you have to isolate that one. So that's 25, 28, 30, 33, 37, 40, 45, 48, 50. You can see it has extra one in case of mortality. You have extra one in case of mortality. So that's 51. That one is complete. So let's count again. 4, 7, 11, 14, 15, 19, 20, 23, 25. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. This is 23. We are losing 2. We are losing 2. So if you now add the extra one that was here, that means we are losing 1. So what we have here is, instead of 100, we're having 99 beds. So you can see they already know where the food is. They already know where to find their food. They know where to find their water. You don't need to show them road. They already know what to do. In this tutorial, I think we are done. And I would say you should start experience the next teacher. Whatever I've taught you, you have to do it yourself. You have to practice it before you be perfect in it. And this is all we'll be doing for now. We'll give them these antibiotics for at least 5 days. We give them for 5 days, and then on the 7th or 8th day we'll come back, and then we'll know the next thing to do. We are still going to give them another medication on the 7th or 8th day. So we'll come back, and these antibiotics we'll continue doing it this way. Give them their water, give them their feed, measure the antibiotics, put it in their water for 5 days,
continue like this, not experience mortality. Make sure there is heat for them. If the weather is cold, make sure you increase the heat. If the weather is too hot, make sure you reduce the heat, because if the weather is too hot, you will see them spreading away from the heat source, and you always see them gasping for breath, gasping gasping for oxygen. So you reduce the heat source. If the weather is cold, you increase the heat source. Make sure you monitor them. Don't just leave them. They are just babies. They need more care now until when they are strong. So to this end, I'll say thank you very much, and do well to subscribe to our to this channel. Don't just watch and do. We also have a channel on Facebook. If you are watching this from YouTube, we have our page on Facebook, Groundscape International. You can go follow us and also learn from there. Invite people, share, like, comment to help us improve more. This is Groundscape International Poultry Sector. So we'll be taking you on a step-by-step, practical aspect of it, so you'll be able to do it yourself. Do well to subscribe on YouTube. Do well to follow us on Facebook. Like, share, comment to help us improve more. Thank you.
Thank you for choosing GroundSkills as your #1 online free professional course creator. For your notice, I want you to know that the instructor of this course has put in so much effort, time and money just to create this content for you to learn all for free. So please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all, so you will be the first to get our video tutorials we'll be posting at all time. Also give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to help us improve more. Thank you.